Hi everyone, I'm in the south of France in Arles, and this week is the opening week to Rencontres d'Arles, which is an international photo exhibit, a festival that is full of gallery showings, of talks. People come here from all over the world to share their stories, to get inspired. Also, there's a model, Sophie, that I work with quite frequently in Los Angeles, and she resides in Arles with her family. So I figured, why not combine the two, meet up with her, get an insight on her life, her stories, all the good stuff she's up to. And I figured, why not make a video out of this, bring you along, and enjoy my day here in Arles. That being said, let's go. Hey, this is stunning. You wouldn't think this is what you find.
No, exactly. In the center as well. It's like a little oasis, and we're in the middle of everything, but we don't hear.
And it's quiet.
Anyone.
It's really quiet.
It's a refuge.
And then upstairs, you go upstairs. Like, is it part of it?
Yeah, it's also part of it.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is your hangout.
It is my hangout.
This is where the positive energy is coming from.
Yeah. Right here. You get an email.
This is generally where we would sit. I love it. Are you seeing anything?
Yeah, all the roofs.
Yeah.
All the pigeons.
I'll try that later. Let's take a walk and check out your place.
All right. I think it's like an old Hotel de Ville, like an old residency. And it was in the 60s, it was separated to different apartments.
Yeah.
And then the pre-owners, they started with one little apartment, and they were always saying how they didn't have a bed, they didn't have a fire, they were kind of just like picnicking and camping out. And then they started buying more and more of the little apartments until they had the whole house.
And how old is this building?
Probably 1700s.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. This is an amazing hammock from Colombia, made by the YU, which is a matriarchy in the north of Colombia. And the women kind of patented the way they knit. It's all hand knit. And you actually, because it's very windy in the north, you sleep in these hammocks, like this is your bed. And your house doesn't have walls, and it's basically just, you sleep outside, and we were able to take one back, and then sometimes I sleep on the terrace. They're called matrimonio, like you can sleep, the two of you. This was on the outskirts of Medellin in the mountains. This is more the Amazon region of Colombia.
So when you travel together to create this, is it really him, or are you doing this together and finding these stories and then?
I would be there and interview and like be listening, so he could also focus on really shooting and interacting in that way. And then I would kind of speak and do conversations. I mean, I learned Spanish there, so it was very helpful. Basically says treasures.
No, I love it. Treasures, S-O-S-O.
So, treasures. I mean, I haven't been moving in my life so much that I'm so used to like keeping most of my valuables in boxes, because I mean, this is, we've been here for a year, but I still haven't accepted that I can finally settle. This is from Kenya, also a project I did with upcycling and Red Bull. Do you see from the Red Bull cans? It's the Taurus. This is from Afghanistan, because I went there with a friend, and these are, I think, necklaces.
Did you travel more for work or for personal?
In the beginning, more for, I think, for a good 10, 15 years just for work, and then I discovered traveling through my boyfriend, and then traveled, I think, most places, even by myself. Like I went to Afghanistan, I went to Yemen, I went to Kenya, Africa. I think I kind of got addicted. The upcycling story continues. So these prints, that was one of our first projects, because I started a collective to kind of, from the fashion industry, speak about waste and waste management. And we were both in LA for like a commercial job, and then decided to go into one of the recycling facilities and kind of make sculptures with the material that was on site, and then take a photograph and then put the put the material back into recycling. So this is all scrap from like car productions or like car manufacturing. So it's basically the aluminium sheets that are cut from cars.
What happened with it?
Well, we put it back into the recycling.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the only proof is basically this. We kind of spent like one really dusty day in like the outskirts of LA in the recycling facility and kind of played with all the materials we found. This is like all the tubes and old tubes that you have on construction sites. The only thing, like this was actually really, like this is probably like 5 meters high. We didn't, photographically, we should have put a person in it because the person would have probably been here.
That was all in LA?
That was all in LA.
The trash you find in LA.
Oh, the trash you can find in LA. It was endless. It was like a complete playground. We worked with Heath Matoli, who's a set designer, and then Theo, who was, who photographed but also did the sculptures. And this was kind of the first exhibition we did in Paris with the collective to kind of speak about waste and how, and also as an art object, it's like, what is sculpture? Like this is, the only proof is the photograph.
How many pieces did you make in total?
Probably like 10. Okay. There's some more there. We also have one with wires, like airplane wires. The material you could find. And it was endless resources. Because I think the whole point I always make with waste is that there's so much material existing that, like, I think for creativity or for any kind of creation, there's enough material in this world. So we don't need to produce virgin.
And this is the stuff, let's say you have a job in LA, you would just extend your stay by 1 to 3 days and then get into personal projects?
Yeah, exactly. I think he went there to get some materials for his set. And then I heard about the place and I said, let's just do like a whole shoot. And then we sold the artworks in Paris at the exhibition, and we supported an organization actually in Bangladesh. Because I was thinking, like, we were working for fashion brands, and most fashion brands have their production in Bangladesh. So we started working with an NGO, and they were able to buy water filters for the towns in Bangladesh who are polluted by the fashion industry. So there was like kind of a circular action behind it. I think modeling, I kind of fell into it because I was doing acting and opera and these kind of things in Vienna, and then I guess modeling was allowed me to travel. And my mom doesn't really travel because she's claustrophobic, so we would never take a plane together. So we were just, all our travels would be within car distance. And I guess I got really lucky through modeling to be able to travel across the globe and like meet different cultures. And also get much more like a chameleon. I guess if I would have stayed in Vienna, I would have been really that one person, because it's, only through traveling, I think it allowed me to be so adaptable and like so curious, and kind of I feel like I can almost live anywhere. No, normally it's basically me and the beautiful town of Arles, and it feels like walking in a movie. There's often someone playing the harmonica or like a piano, there's music, there's birds. Now it's very crowded, but the festival has almost been, I think, going on for 50 years. So yesterday I went to a Nan Golding talk, and she came here since the 80s. You have Alice Springs, Helmut Newton's foundation, that's a friend of ours. This was kind of the first house I arrived. It's a wonderful English friend, Julia, who's been here for like probably 4 years. And she has this house and gallery. And she rents out this really beautiful little rooms. And so I stayed the first time and I was like, I think I need to live here.
All the shoots we've done together, again, I told you that before, but I think you're probably the most positive, energetic model I've ever worked with, because these days are long, you have jet lag.
Yeah.
But it's really the better way to go through it.
Yeah, exactly.
So is it a life choice?
You're in the situation anyways. It is a life choice, yeah. I think it's something I go by, for sure. I'm also someone I'm generous with myself. Like I always try to find a good balance between mind and body, and if I have a couple of hard days, I'll try to find time with people I love, or like try to always balance it out. And then also in the moment you're with people, like everyone is there to work together, and you really need to work as a team. So I would never want to like drag someone down or make it more difficult. Here we could get a sandwich. Look at this. That's what I want.
This is lovely. Look at this. We're probably at one of the most touristy spots.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other time on a shoot, someone pointed out, she's like, I think you're just like a good actress, probably.
Well, that was my question.
What you're doing.
That was my question. Is it something that you just always had, or is it a choice? Because, like we talked about, the work can be so many days, so much work.
Yeah, the traveling I think is the hardest. Like I probably prefer being with people on set. I think what's most difficult is the traveling and the never having a routine and never being in the same place, and like a lot of alone time. And like people even they ask, like, because when I'm on a plane for like 9 hours, I don't watch anything. I just sit there, and I think like, how can you do that? Because of, like, I guess it's like an inner meditation as well. Like even being on set, you kind of just have to be present, and that's a practice for sure. Merci beaucoup. You're not eating? Just me. Sorry.
Wow.
Wow, no?
A salad jungle. Merci bien. Au revoir.
Casalolo. This is my grandma's poetry. She wrote both in German and Italian. And she kind of moved there in the 80s to Italy. Like she is from Austria, but my granddad's family is half Italian, half Austrian. And then she moved there in the 80s and she started a land art collective in the mountains in Italy. And she was an art teacher and then kind of like unofficially was running an artist residency because like all sorts of people would come to the house. And she was also a teacher in the US, so all the students that she had back then would come to Italy and visit her there. And it's funny now because I also have a lot of friends from the US, so it's, again, we kind of keep the same circles. Yeah, it's about slow eating, like even in the kitchen, like nothing works. There's not a coffee machine that works, there's not a utensil that's like convenient. So I think I love things that are inconvenient and take time. And I just kind of try to like maintain her legacy because she would be 100 next year. This is the key, the key to the house. My little art, you know, I was saying my occupation in Colombia was this. These are leaves from Colombia that I collected kind of. When I was writing, I would like just dry leaves and plants. I love this
Who is
kitchen.
the cook in the family?
The Frenchman is the cook in the kitchen. I come and eat. It's also like you don't want to compete with a Frenchman. It's like, why are you trying as an Austrian? I think we ate like one egg every Sunday in my family.
And a schnitzel.
And a schnitzel. Yeah, it's a little collection. Some is self-made, some is like travels. I guess that's like with our traveling lives, it's so nice you kind of come back with something and it all makes sense together. This is from Mexico. Yeah. Squashes from Colombia. Our collective was birthed out of a frustration I think I had in the fashion industry, and having worked in it for so long, I didn't feel fully aligned with it. And I think Again, I saw the community that was in the industry, and I've worked with so many creatives that are like passionate about personal things or that have their own projects, and they have like creatives are so convicted of something, like they really believe in it, and I think that's such a strength. And so for me, I wanted to facilitate that, to be like, okay, you give your time and attention and resources to selling clothes, for example, but you can also give that to selling the work of a non-for-profit, or like, you have such a strong visual storytelling, so you can also use that for a different cause. And so that's what I wanted to kind of put in place, that you can, you shoot a fashion job, but then at the same time or in the same place where you are or in the next week, you can also shoot visuals that actually tell a more human story. And that's what we did with Air. It was kind of it's very organic, it kind of happens when it happens, but it's like through conversation as well. And I think so I made the life in modeling much more pleasant for myself, because I have to also go after stories and meet people and understand what they like and who they are, and then try to find a creative way of like maybe using their talent to like tell the story of a non-for-profit or an association or like a different place in the world. And that's kind of the idea between Air. And Air was always meant to be quite light, and it might disappear at one point, but at like the point of creation, it was like a medium for me to do these things and to have like a different identity than modeling. Blue hasn't been in the picture enough. These are like photos from our travels in Colombia together. And this is Monkey Blue and I in the forest. And here on a beach. This beach you could only access the way it was found by a guy that was bringing post mail to people by his helicopter, and then he found this cove because it's inaccessible otherwise. So he just discovered it by plane, and it's friends of ours that live there.
Thank you so much for today, and I will see you in LA. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What is so surprising to me is the city is packed today. The photo festival, I mean, thousands and thousands of people. And now, just a 10-minute walk, I come here and there's no one. There's absolutely no one. It's quiet, it's peaceful. And I wanted to make sure, besides the Colosseum, which is right in the center where everything is so busy, I get to see this part as well. And it's just beautiful. Check this out. This is it for today's episode. I finish it off here by the river. It's windy, it's warm. I had a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining today's episode. I hope you enjoyed my little city stroll, my talks with Sophie, and I hope to see you in the next videos to come. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.